Hey guys, Alex Rodriguez here with Bay Cities Construction. I've got 5 tips for you on how to make your construction project in 2022 go smoother. Don't go anywhere. Let's get this started right now. Hey folks, we have 5 tips on how to keep your construction nice and smooth in 2022. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to some very important people. All right, so I want to thank our amazing employees. You have proven yourself to be resilient and dedicated, and I want to thank you very much for your hard work and dedication. To our clients, I want to thank you for being patient and understanding through the different delays during the course of the year because of COVID. To our vendors, especially to our vendors, it's been really challenging, and you guys have shown dedication and commitment and willingness to stick to it, roll with the punches, and get the job done. So I really appreciate you all. It's been a heck of a year, and I think that many of us are very happy that it's over. We're hoping that 2022 is going to be, it's going to bring some new jobs, new excitement, and definitely a brighter future for all of us as we get out of the pandemic. So, hey, folks, let's get into the 5 tips. All right, let's start with our tip number 1. Do not purchase materials that are special order and that are overseas. Okay, supply chains all over the world have been disrupted. There's massive delays. This is causing the pipeline delay also during construction. So don't buy crazy special order stuff, all right? And if you can source things that are made locally, even better. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, order all the materials at the beginning of the project, okay? So what we're doing now is we're buying all the materials at the beginning. We used to buy the materials just in time. We're not doing that anymore. We want to make sure that we have the materials available and ready to go when we need them. So we are ordering them and having them delivered. So as part of your preparation for construction, make some room in your garage and make sure the materials can be delivered there. Now, some of the vendors, we can deliver materials like for tile and stone to our fabricators. We'll have them hold it for us. But any materials that you can deliver to the job site, like the rough plumbing materials you're going to need right away, and eventually the flooring, get them delivered over to the job site. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3. Work with somebody that has long established relationships in the construction industry. I have seen this where people are trying to kind of play the contractor role. Now, if you want to do that, by all means, it's a free country, but we really don't recommend you do that, especially right now. Look, I've been in business since 2004, right? It's almost 20 years in business. And we've had to replace some vendors, right? Because they're failure to perform, people took on too much work. And ultimately, we're responsible to you as a customer for delivering the product, delivering the project completed. So we've had to take on new customers, new vendors. These new vendors, some of them have been flaky. We've given them. We always start with a small job. We give them a real small job so they can prove to us they can show up on time and the quality of their work is there. So, if you think that you're going to do a $400,000 project and sub out stuff yourself, you're going to find it's going to be a hard thing to do. By the way, the worst thing you could do when you're talking to one of these vendors and trying to get them to your house is, my name is so-and-so, and I'm taking quotes for XYZ project. If you say that over the phone, no one will ever go to your house because there's a lot of work out there. They're not going to be going to quote a job unless they feel relatively confident that they're going to get the job. All right, so tip number 4. Floor plans. More cities down here in the South Bay are requiring for non-structural work. That's right, non-structural work, they're requiring architectural plans. And that's kind of a trend that has started a little bit before COVID, and as more and more cities are adopting it. So if you're going to do a bathroom model or a kitchen remodel and you're not going to remove walls, you're still going to need a floor plan, okay? So you should budget that as part of your overall spend on the project. Make sure you set aside a little bit of money for that. So let me walk you through what part of the floor plans it is that you're going to need. You're going to need an existing floor plan, a site plan that shows your house in relation to the lot, and then you're going to need the proposed floor plan that shows the changes being made to the floor plan. And they're going to incorporate They're going to make you incorporate the notes, the applicable building code notes, the applicable municipal notes that have to be on your plans. So it's going to be a little bit lengthier process to get your plans, to get your project started, because you got to do these you got to jump through these hoops. Now, if you're going to move a wall, whether that's load bearing or you're going to add, you're going to have engineering, and that stays consistent with the way it's been before. So that's always been the case. But just understand that where before you didn't need to do architectural plans, now you have to. And by the way, if you want more information on the difference between architectural plans and engineering plans, we'll have a blog article posted for you somewhere in our content. All right. Tip number 5, AQMD. The Air Quality Control Board has put in a new requirement for lead testing. Before, or historically, you've always had to do asbestos testing. Now you have to add lead to the mix. So the report has to be completed and presented by the time before they'll issue your permits. If there's any lead or asbestos present, you have to do the abatement before they'll issue the permit. So you'll have to get together with an abatement contract. By the way, we have some good vendors for that we can refer you. So if you have questions about that, please post them below, or you can send us a direct message on the Messenger app, on whether you're watching on Facebook, or you can email us at alex@baycitiesconstruction.com. All right, failure to do so will cause a delay. The inspectors will not do the inspection without proof that it is lead and asbestos free. All right, so that's a necessary requirement. So I hope you found these 5 tips to be helpful. These are the 5 tips to get your construction project in 2022 started and going smoothly. If you haven't done so yet, by the way, please go ahead and put a comment below. It helps our algorithm. It helps tell Google and Facebook that you find our content valuable and important. And also, it makes it a lot more fun to interact with you when you have some comments and questions. So if you like the content, please like us. If you have some comments, please post them. My name's Alex with Bay Cities Construction, reminding you don't need a contractor. But in 2022, you're going to need a team of pros. See ya. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. My name's Alex Rodriguez, reminding you don't need a contract. You need a team of pros.